Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this video where we're exploring the essential oil gifted to us by the Himalayan fir. Fir trees are found around the Northern Hemisphere, and as the name suggests with Himalayan fir, it's found in the Himalayas, growing up at high altitudes in countries such as Afghanistan, Tibet, Nepal, India, and Pakistan. This is a beautiful tall tree and it grows in a kind of pyramidal shape. And one of the really beautiful features about it is its cones that it produces. When they're young, they're this beautiful blue-purple color, and then they mature to this brown. Now, the essential oil is gifted to us from the needles, and when they're steam distilled, we get this beautiful, refreshing and grounding essential oil. And in this video, we're going to explore all the ways that you can work with Himalayan fir essential oil to benefit the body, the heart, the head, and the spirit. There are a few different ways that you can work with Himalayan fir to really benefit the body. Now, the first one is it's renowned for being really quite refreshing and rejuvenating for the skin. In fact, you'll find Himalayan fir fragrancing some different beauty products that are available out on the market. But what I love to do is, if I've got my cleanser or your body wash, add a little bit of Himalayan fir to it, and that's going to really help in that way. Now, don't just focus on the face, it can be beneficial for the body as well. If you've had a bit of a hard workout, or if you're feeling a bit stiff or achy or tight in any way, getting a lotion or a moisturizing cream or a massage medium and massaging it into those tight or achy areas can help to give you some relief as well. Now, one area you might want to focus on is over the chest. Himalayan fir is renowned for helping to support optimum respiratory health. So we always want to make sure that we're taking those deep breaths and everything is working well. Himalayan fir can really support you with that. You can use it topically, massaging it over the chest area, pop it in a diffuser, and I love it going, in the evening if I'm winding down, or even diffusing throughout the night. Another little trick is to take it into the shower and pop a few drops on the shower floor. As the warm water picks up the steam and picks up the oil, you'll breathe that in and get this beautiful Himalayan steam bath, just like being up in the mountains on a steamy day. So whether you're looking to support your beauty of your skin, your tired and achy muscles, or you just want to improve your respiratory health, Himalayan fir is a great oil to reach for. Just as Himalayan fir helps to reinvigorate a tired body, it can help to rejuvenate a really tired mind at all. Maybe you're flagging in the afternoon, maybe you've got home at the end of the day and you've still got some things to do, or maybe you even have to go out that night and you kind of need a bit of a lift. This is where it's going to be a really beautiful oil to use aromatically. So whether you pop a drop in your hands and take a few deep breaths in, pop it in the diffuser, or if you're having an evening shower or bath, it's going to be absolutely stunning in that way. It really helps you to recenter yourself, rebalance yourself, and find that strength to go on. If you've been having a challenging time and you're feeling a bit low in energy, especially throughout the winter, this is going to be a great oil to keep you going to do the things you need to do. There's a beautiful story that you may have heard me share on some of my other videos where the creator challenged all the trees and plants to stay awake for 7 days and 7 nights. The only ones that did it were the conifers, the spruces, the firs, the cypresses, the cedars, the junipers, the pines, and so on. And so they've been given this responsibility by the creator to support us when we're going through a personal winter. Now, that doesn't mean that it may be cold outside or raining and snowing. Sometimes we just have some dark and challenging times, and Himalayan fir can really help to lift us throughout those times as well. Remember, you've probably heard me talk in other videos about Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. This was a discovery made by the Japanese a few decades ago, that when we go walking through the forest, we breathe in the things that the forest releases, the big trees release. These are different constituents that are things like alpha-pinene, beta-pinene, camphene, and D-limonene. These things are found in our big tree essential oils, including Himalayan fir, which tends to be really high in alpha-pinene. When we breathe this in, it really helps to reinvigorate the body. And what's been found when we spend time in the forest, or if we bring those big forest oils into our home, into the diffuser, it can help the body to feel better, it can help us to sleep more, it can help us with our creativity, help us to deal with different issues, help to reduce stress, and a whole range of other things. So whenever the mind is not willing, but you've got things that need to be done, and you need to keep going on, reach for Himalayan fir. Whether that's just physical tiredness that's draining the mind, or emotionally just feeling drained or not quite with it, this is a beautiful oil to lean into. Just like Himalayan fir lives at high altitudes, it will help you to elevate yourself to spiritual ascension. When you're feeling uninspired by life, maybe dealing with the mundanity of life, living in the doldrums, or you've got a lot of troubles, really lean into Himalayan fir, surrounding yourself with its aroma and its power. By meditating with Himalayan fir, it will really help you to have your intuition kick in and find new directions that you can start to take. It will give you inspiration of new challenges, new pathways, new people, and new things that will get you back living life to its fullest and not feeling that there's nothing to get excited about on a day-to-day basis. As you build a relationship with Himalayan fir and work with it in an ongoing or regular basis, you're gonna find your life filling back with more focus on the beauty of life, the magic of life, the wonder of life, and just how amazing the gift of life is. It really helps to nurture greater levels of gratitude. So if you do any gratitude work and sit down and maybe write some things that you're grateful for each night, then reach for your Himalayan fir as well. Now there's a story about the origin of the fir tree. There was a beautiful nymph by the name of Pity, and she was adored by the forest god or the nature god Pan. Now, at the same time, Boreas, the god of the north wind, also fancied her. In the end, Pity chose the god Pan. Borealis, getting rather jealous at that, actually blew her off a gorge, and her lifeless body laid on the floor. Pan decided he didn't want to lose her, and so he turned her into the fir tree. And when the north winds blow, and those cold winds come down from the north, you'll see in the autumn, often the fir cones will actually cry the tears of Pity, who misses the god Pan. So because the fir trees have this connection to the god Pan, and he is the god of nature, we can lean into working with this essential oil to deepen our connection with nature. Whenever you go out in nature, take your Himalayan fir with you. Find a quiet place, maybe find a big tree, even a fir tree to sit by. Breathe that oil in, allow its energy to encompass you, and allow the secrets of Mother Earth to be whispered in your ear. So when you are ready to move from being apathetic and uninspired by life to getting back a bit of vigor and enthusiasm and really grateful for the life and the short time that we have on this planet and the gift that it is, when you're ready to ascend, when you're ready to reconnect with Mother Nature, when that connection's been lost and feel that life force flowing through you again, reach for your Himalayan fir. Himalayan fir resonates really beautifully with the upper chakras. So above the crown chakra, we have the soul star chakra, and this is a great energy center to kind of work with when you're working with Himalayan fir. You see, our soul star chakra connects us to our spiritual team. Your spiritual team is your guardian angel, other angelic beings, your animal totems, your guides, and your ancestors. Those are there to support you on this incarnation here on planet Earth. When we're feeling unenthused and maybe the people around us are dragging us down or not of the right vibration, remember Himalayan fir has that ascension energy, and it will help to reconnect you to your spiritual team who are always there wanting you to evolve, to grow, to find peace and to find happiness and to find love. So if you need to kind of reconnect with your spiritual team and you're feeling that you're not getting the support here on the physical level, there's always support from the spiritual level, and Himalayan fir will help to connect you with that as well. As you align with Himalayan fir and your spiritual team, you will feel that greater sense of connectedness, purpose, and be able to go forward with a bit more kind of vigor and enthusiasm for life again. A great way when working with the soul star chakra is to get some Himalayan fir and put it in a little spritzer bottle or spray bottle with some natural water. So when I'm talking about natural water, I'm saying something that we get from either straight rainwater, river, stream, lake, ocean water, anything that hasn't kind of been touched by humans too much. Pop that in a little shaker bottle, and I normally put 9 drops, 9 is a magical number, and I'll spritz that kind of over the crown and visualize that energy stretching up to the heavens and reconnecting with me, the people that I need to guide me, my guides, my angels, and so on. You may want to ask questions such as, if I could hear my angels right now, if I could hear my guides right now, what would they tell me to do? Step into the peace of Himalayan fir, allow the noise of mundane life to kind of slip away, and you'll start to find those messages. As you start to take action, you'll see synchronicities arise. this is what you can expect as you build your relationship with Himalayan fir and start focusing on that soul star chakra. I absolutely adore the aroma of Himalayan fir purely by itself, but you can also make some great blends as well. Now, if you're just looking for something really nice and aromatic, then Himalayan fir with citruses can be really, really beautiful. Bergamot, wild orange, or grapefruit are really great duos to kind of try. And of course, the citruses elevate our mood. So when we're tired, this is going to be a great pick-me-up as well. To help rejuvenate you as well, you may want to try something like combining some geranium, or lavender can be really great, or even galbanum is really nice, which is more of an earthy one, so you kind of get this earthy green kind of duo. You can also kind of mix them for those physical reasons as well. Why not mix one of the grand trees of the Northern Hemisphere, Himalayan fir, with the grand tree of the Southern Hemisphere, eucalyptus? And this is going to be really great for that respiratory support as well. Even throw in some laurel essential oil for an extra boost as well. For those aches and pains of the muscles, using oils like copaiba, frankincense, lemongrass, marjoram, and wintergreen are going to make an amazing massage medium, and you're going to feel your body back to its best power as soon as possible. If you want to work with that soul star chakra and connecting to your guides, other fir trees and black spruce are great and to kind of mix with the Himalayan fir, but you can also bring in some really great flowers such as blue lotus and jasmine, a very high vibration, and even Melissa essential oil, which I find Melissa is amazing when you feel totally defeated, you've got no hope and no faith left. It's kind of like a golden light that kind of brings you back and resurrects you to your former glory. So if you need that lift, reach for those types of Himalayan fir, blue lotus, jasmine, Melissa. They're really going to elevate you and help you connect with your spiritual team and your spiritual purpose, getting you back in alignment, helping you to ascend to those higher levels. Before I mentioned that Himalayan fir really helps you to deepen your connection with nature. Now, to enhance what you're doing with Himalayan fir, bring in other gifts of nature as well. You know I love working with crystals, and the crystal that I've paired with Himalayan fir is one called scholarcite. Now, while I'm temporarily here in Bahrain, I don't have all my crystals with me, but this is scholarcite here. It may look like just a bit of a white crystal, but it grows in these beautiful kind of sprays, and I'll pop the link to the video on scholarite straight after the end of this video if you'd like to move on and learn a little bit more about that crystal. This crystal has a real breathliness to it and really helps us to kind of center ourselves, breathe deeper, and then connect up to the heavens and work with those upper chakras as well. Scholarite and Himalayan fir bring in this really quite serene peace, almost when we just pause and take some deep breaths. They really remind us to come back to our center and come back to our breath. The animal that resonates with Himalayan fir is the Himalayan vulture. First of all, they call the same place on earth home. And you may be going, ooh, a vulture. Aren't they a little bit scary and gross? And this is a bit of a peaceful energy of Himalayan fir. But you see, vultures are the cleansers. They remove what doesn't serve the earth anymore. They actually serve a really important role in whatever ecosystem they're in, eating the carrion and the rotting meat to stop the spread of disease. Vulture brings the lesson of removing what no longer serves us. And Himalayan fir is great for cleansing us on all different levels and thus reinvigorating us and allowing us to ascend. And we've explored that throughout this video. So you can imagine a Himalayan vulture, maybe in your meditation. What would it guide you? In order to ascend, in order to have a new life, we need to let go of the old life. We need to change our mind in order to be able to bring a new life in. And the Himalayan vulture can really guide you in that as well. Astrologically, with such a strong connection to Pan, there's actually an asteroid that is governed or named after the god Pan. And exploring this in astrology can really help to deepen, and you can connect with those two together, asteroid Pan and Himalayan fir. When we're looking at the zodiac signs, I look to Pisces when it comes to Himalayan fir. Each of the fir oils are very different, and you may have seen my videos already on my channel of Douglas fir, which is very nurturing and refreshing and green, and Siberian fir, which has very got the power of snow and this real kind of might to it as well. Himalayan fir has this real zen and peacefulness, just like what we think of when we think of the Himalayas and the countries that surround it. So when you're working with that Pisces energy, maybe a full moon in Pisces or anything with your birth chart, or maybe you just want to bring in a bit more spirituality because that's the aspect of life that Pisces rules, this will be really great to do so. Remember, when it comes to essential oils, that the majority of essential oils sold around the world are actually not from a plant, or aren't from the plant that they're meant to be, or are adulterated or stretched with other plant material or fake oils to stretch it out. In order to get the best result for the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit, you need to be working with something purely from nature. And if you need help finding those oils, then please reach out to me and I'll direct you so that you are getting the best results. I've heard from so many people that have tried essential oils and they're just not getting the results. And when we talk about what they're actually using, we find out that even though it's labeled an essential oil, because there is no regulations around the world of how you label essential oils, they're actually not using the real thing. So I'd love to help you out there. Now, have you worked with Himalayan fir? I'm sure there's plenty of people that have and have great stories to tell. Don't keep that story to yourself. Pop it in the comment section below and everyone can learn from your experience as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Barralet. Blessed be.